Hi folks, this is going to be another 6mm arc video with lighter grain bullets. It's about 20 degrees outside, so I'm also testing for temperature variations for various bullets. However, I can hear the cows bawling, which means that spring is about here and it's getting ready to be calving season. Now, calving season draws quite a few varmints and mainly coyotes. So it's kind of an opportunistic time to be able to carry around rifles with you that can take out a coyote. Now in the past, my coyote choices have always been either the 22-250 or the 243 with lighter grain bullets. So will the 6mm arc replace that 243? Not likely. However, I am using a lighter grain bullet, the 80 grain bullet, and I'll be testing it for precision as far as standard deviation, extreme spread, velocity, all of those kind of things in this upcoming video. So hang on folks, target is set up, we'll get to shooting, see you in a while. Okay, for you that are the first time watchers of the 6mm arc, you might want to go to my playlist. This is probably the 8th video I've done on my 6mm arc using various weight bullets from 105 grain, 103 grain, 2 100 grains, a 95 grain, and now I'm testing the 80 grain. So the target is set up down there. I don't know how it's going to shoot. You're going to see the first cold bore shot with the first starting load. The bullet that I'll be using is the 80 grain Sierra Game King. It's a deadly bullet in a 243 Winchester, but we're going to test it out in the arc and see what kind of speed that we can get. The powder that I'll be using, starting powder, is Lever Evolution, which is kind of a finicky powder, but it is the recommended powder for the 6mm arc. So let's go ahead and get to shooting here. Alright, this first load is quite a bit below max, but we'll see what happens. $29.57. Let's see if it groups. Looks like a pretty good little group. That last shot was 30-12. Okay, so hang on, we'll do her again. Okay, this will be the last 3 shots with Lever Evolution. Boy, that second target, you'll see it at the end, looked pretty doggone good. And that average velocity already 30-34. So we're getting up to 243 speeds here. Again, my 20-inch 243 shoots these 80 grains right around 3150. So we're getting really close. Alright, so here's the last 3 of Lever Evolution at 31.5 grains. Let's see how it shoots. Be the lower target on the left. Well, that also looks like a pretty good target. That last shot was at 30.79. Average 3067. SD of 13. Extreme spread 26. Well, that's pretty doggone good. Okay, now we're moving up to a different powder. This is Power Pro Varmint, which is listed in the Sierra manual as not quite the fastest, but I've had a lot of luck with Power Pro Varmint, especially in cold weather. Even though it is a ball powder, when there's a 50 to 60 degree variation between summertime and spring, there's not more than a 25 feet per second variation. So I'm hoping that this shoots real well. Alright, again, I'll just show you the last 3 shots to kind of speed up this video. So let me go down and set up the camera again and we'll get to shooting. Okay, so far so good. This will be the last 3 with the Power Pro Varmint. A little bit slower than Lever Evolution, but I'll show you the target at the end and we'll analyze everything because so far everything looks good as far as the groups are concerned, but now we'll see. Here's the last 3 shots. Chronograph set up. Camera should be on down there. I'm going to be shooting the target on the right, lower left. $29.80. $29.98. $29.78. Let's take a look at this brass. Everything's good, no ejection marks, nothing. I think I'm a little underpowered probably, because according to the Hornady figures, the max charge for Power Pro Varmint is 29.5, and I'm at 29.6, and I'm at 29.2, so I have 3/10 of a grain that I can go up. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up, take a look at that target, and we'll go over those numbers. Okay folks, here's the target. The one on the left is the 80 grain Sierra Blitz King with Lever Evolution. First one is 31 grains. Average was 29.85, standard deviation 27, extreme spread 55. Each one of these little grids here is a 1/2 inch, so that's probably 3/4 of an inch group, and that would understand why that kind of string a little bit was because of the high standard deviation extreme spread. Okay, then I went up 2/10 of a grain, increased from 29.85 to 30.44. That's how quick Lever Evolution can spike on you. But take a look at that group. All 3 of those are touching in a dead bullseye, so that's probably under a 1/2 inch. Standard deviation of 14, extreme spread of 26. Outstanding. Okay, then 31.5 increased to 30.79, standard deviation of 13, extreme spread of 26, and that one right there was probably me, because these are touching each other in the bullseye as well. Okay, then we went over to Power Pro Varmint, and I happen to like this powder. It's pretty doggone good for me in cold weather, but I did not take this to the max load, not even close. So that's why these numbers are a little bit lower. 28.9 was 2930 with a standard deviation of 22 and extreme spread of 42, but that's a pretty good group right there as well. Then 29.2, average of 2976, standard deviation of 27, extreme spread of 58. That's kind of going the other way, but you can see that group pretty much mirrors this one. Again, I was only shooting at 75 yards, so these groups ought to be tight. But I was just gathering data to see what these are, and then I can take it further out later. Okay, then the last, I went up to 29.5. The average was 2985, but the standard deviation started to come in line. All three of those are in the black, but it opened up a little bit. I'll write that off to probably shooter fatigue. But anyway, that powder needs to go up a little bit more, obviously, because I should be getting close to these numbers with Power Pro Varmint. Anyway, folks, that's how my shooting went today. I can shoot the 80 grain Sierra Blitz King. I've got a ton of them for my 243, which I rarely shoot anymore. So I'll be able to load these up and do pretty doggone good as far as speed and accuracy and most importantly precision is concerned. So I'll be able to take these out to probably 200-250 yards on my next trip, which will be the average distance for a coyote roughly. Anyway, folks, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That's a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment, please do. I love talking to people. Anyway, God bless you all. Have a good day. See you later.